Hey guys, today I would like to talk about the question, what is the problem with CAPTCHAs and why they are not accessible? CAPTCHAs are usually originally designed for bots, to prevent bots from spamming your website, but today they are preventing humans from using your website. The problem is that all CAPTCHAs which demands user interaction, that are the usual CAPTCHAs, they are not accessible at all. That means things like reCAPTCHA, HCAPTCHA, and what you have riddles, graphical riddles, and things like that, they are not accessible at all. The simple solution is you have a graphic in which you have letters and numbers which are somewhere in some ways made unsharped, for example, and you type in the words and the signs and letters you see, the letters and numbers. And the problem is, okay, blind people cannot read it, or they usually don't see it anyway. And for visually impaired people, it is hard to read them when it is possible at all. And for people with intellectual disabilities, it also can be hard to solve these CAPTCHAs. Then you have reCAPTCHA. In reCAPTCHA, you usually try to make a checkerbox to solve the CAPTCHA, and usually you get a graphical solution where you should find out which graphics belong to a special topic. For example, select all stop signs or things like that, or select all red cars or something like that. And that is very difficult, impossible for blind persons, and difficult or impossible for sighted persons with visual impairments, and also for people with intellectual disabilities, because they perhaps don't understand what they should do and why they should do it. The problem is here also that you, in most cases, have a time limit, which is not visually, which is not visible, and that can make it very difficult for other people. For example, for motor disabilities or people with psycho stress reduced, people who have problems to cope with stress, with time stress. And that is also difficult. In reCAPTCHA, you also have an audio alternative in most cases, but the audio alternatives can also be difficult because they are not always clear to hear, and it's difficult to understand sometimes, and it can make it difficult for people which are hard of hearing and hard of seeing to solve the riddles. CAPTCHAs are in a way complicated. They must be so complicated that they cannot be solved by robots, but should be solved by persons. But the problem is, in most cases today, most robots are more likely to solve the riddles than people, humans. That means you don't have any clear distinction between them, and you cannot prevent modern spam bots, which, for example, work with AI or image recognition technologies or OCR, text text recognition or sound recognition. Yeah, you cannot prevent bots from your website with the modern world. It's not possible anymore. And we must say today there are many more technologies to prevent spam, which are more efficient and less annoying for people with disabilities or without disabilities. It doesn't matter, I think, in this case. When you combine, for example, honeypot with a time limit, for example, no human will contact you in 1 second or 2 seconds. On the other hand, no bot will wait, let's say, 15 seconds before he is giving up to spam your website. So when the bot sees, okay, he cannot send the comment, for example, in 1 second, he won't use your time. He will ignore the website because he sees, okay, here I cannot spam easily. And bots are always on the search for easy spam possibilities. So what can you do? You should, the possibility is to combine different anti-spam mechanisms which are not bots. And the second possibility is, which you see in many cases, is to use alternative technologies like friendly capture or the Cloudflare technology, which both do not are not based on user interactions, but on user analyzing the user behavior in the background. They have many parameters. That seems to work very well. That means you should use user interaction-based captures and use more of this user analyzers-based captures. So this was it for the time. I hope you enjoyed the podcast and would be glad if you come back again next time. Goodbye.